starlings. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jess from Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and start into your power. For those of you who never been here before, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me for the first time. For those of you who are returning, thank you for coming back to watch another one of my videos. If you have been returning and you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and take the time out to subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification bell so you know when I upload new content and to support my work. If I didn't say that already, it doesn't matter. Anyway, and to my Capella members, thank you guys for your membership, for your love, your loyalty, and your support. I love each and every one of you. If you're interested, I do offer personal readings, a whole bunch of them. I do birth charts, I do compatibility charts, I do twin flame readings, coaching, all that type of stuff. If you want to check out that stuff, look at the description box below and click on the link for the Capella Service Suite. Or you can check out my Capella memberships. I'll talk more about it at the end of the video. If you're interested in participating it's not participating, it's subscribing to a membership where you get a whole bunch of bonus content. You get access to my free mobile app and you get to meet some amazing people in my members only lives. All right. And lastly, I hope you guys have a fantastic week. With that being said, let's get into your reading. Hey there, Aries. How are you? I hope you are well. Sending you much love and many, many blessings, as I always do. Aries, if you haven't seen my other videos, I've been asked to change the format of my guides. They wanted me to show my face. So that's what I'm doing. Alright, so we're also going to change things up a bit because we're just going to get from Spirit what you need to know. Okay, whatever comes out, comes out. Whatever I channel. Okay, we're then going to get guidance to help you navigate these energies because this is for your spiritual growth, right? And then after that, we're going to get some wellness tips for you because this is Capella Wellness, not Capella Tarot. All right, there is going to be an extended for this, so if this resonates with you, feel free to check out the description box below to see how you can access the extended reading for this. I will talk about what the extended will entail at the end of the reading, all right? All right, what is going on with Aries at this time? What do they need to know? What do they need to know, Holy Spirit? Archangels, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. I'm having a Christmas party, a virtual Christmas party, December 21st, 2022. I'm going to do some free readings for everybody, collective reading. We're going to shoot the shit, tell funny Christmas stories. I'm going to do giveaways. We're going to support each other. We're talking about what we're going to be ready for 2023, things like that. If you feel like that is up your alley, check out the description box below to purchase your ticket. You can even go to the link and see what else the event is going to have, what else I'm going to be doing in that event. So I would love for you to join me and the rest of the Capella family, the Capella Crew. So yeah, check out the description box if you would like to buy a ticket to my virtual Christmas party and join in the festivities. So we have the Death card. We've got Scorpio energy for you, Aries, with the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. All right, overall. Excuse me. So there's a massive transformation taking place in your life, Aries. Some of you have released the past. You have changed quite a bit. You've made some profound changes in yourself. And because of that, because you've let everything go, you let bygones be bygones, because you moved away from that environment that you outgrew, because you didn't allow backstabbing and betrayal and difficulties to affect your life going forward. Now you are attracting what God has always wanted for you, and that is the overflow of abundance with the bottom of the deck. That is the true love. It's the agape love that God wants us to have. It's just not about romance. This does involve romance, Aries, but the higher love is what is really, really, really important here, okay? So with this Death card, this is Spirit really telling you Get ready for some huge shifts, some huge changes. You're transitioning into a relationship that you have never experienced before. Okay? And that's this. But for those of you who've done your hard work, for those of you who've really persevered through all this, you're getting God's greatest blessing. And maybe it's coming with hot chocolate and marshmallows too, or maybe somebody here loves the Swiss Miss with the marshmallows in it. I don't know. Somebody need to hear that. Or you're drinking it right now as you're watching this. So, somebody's choking on their on their hot chocolate, which is why I'm coughing. All right, I caught you. So yeah, with this death card here, it's there's a huge change in your love life. For those of you who've left everything behind, you've lost a lot, you've given up a lot, you've grieved a lot, you went through a lot of pain, you went through a lot of suffering, whatever. But it changed you from the inside out. It's a massive transformation. You are not the same person you were last month, 6 months ago, last year. Okay? You went through a massive awakening. And take how it resonates. It could be your person. So trust in what you're feeling with this and be honest with your situation, your story. So there's something here with this death card where with all these changes that you have made, there was a huge death to the ego. And ego doesn't talk about pride and stubbornness. Ego deals with fear. Ego deals with materialism, attachments. Ego is the devil energy. Okay? So some of you released a lot of stuff that was pulling you away from God. It was pulling you away from your abundance. Think about these things that you got caught up in, Aries. And what you couldn't let go of. When you needed to have, but you knew you didn't need to have it. Okay? Or you wanted it. So you really let all of that go. Maybe you literally left the environment that you were once in that led up to all of the sin, or led up all to the destructive energy, low vibrational energy, all of these things piling up to keep you away from your true abundance, to keep you away from this love here. Okay, from having so many things that bring you complete and utter bliss. So some of you are really transitioning into something very new, something very different, something that is beyond the happiness, I'm reading it, looking at a Christmas card, the happiness that you've never experienced, the happiness that you couldn't really comprehend before. But some of you have found that love within yourself. You found that happiness within yourself. You found what is ultimately fulfilling, what lights you up, what brings you at peace, what brings you this incredible amount of satisfaction and joy within your heart space. So there's something here where you are really going to experience something that a lot of people don't ever get to experience, okay? Get ready for some really massive changes, big happy changes in your life. You've learned to love yourself. You've learned to find those things that fulfill you, that have nothing to do with relationships, that have nothing to do with your 9-to-5 job, have nothing to do with material things. You found the sweet spot is what I'm hearing. You found the sweet spot because you found your holy grail. You're now having the divine love flow through you and out of you. And you're getting that back. You're pouring that out, you're getting it back. That love that is flowing through your entire body, you're giving that back out to others. Unconditional love, it's the agape love. That's what God wants us to achieve with ourselves. And agape love ties into you having a very close relationship with God. Okay? It's the highest love of all. That's the love that God gives us. Unconditional, no judgment. You stopped judging yourself. You stopped judging others. You stopped seeking validation outside of yourself. You did a lot of self-reflection, and you also in turn learned to better trust your intuition, where you didn't second guess it as much. When you felt that ping, you felt that deep inner knowing, the gut feeling. I know this is what it is. You're not second guessing it anymore. You're trusting more in what you're feeling on the inside. You're no longer seeking, a lot of guidance outside of yourself unless your intuition tells you to. A lot of things have changed for you, Aries, or they're changing right now. But again, quite a few of you are about to have this. This is it. This love of a lifetime is here for you now. Get ready for some massive changes here, Aries, especially in your love life. And it's coming with an overflow of abundance too. Abundance in all forms to include money. All right? The others of you, it's time to make some changes. It's time to work on your healing. It's time for you to start loving yourself. It's time for you to find what ultimately fulfills you. This ties into the other group that I was talking about. For those of you who've already achieved this, Ace of Cups. For those of you who've already found the Holy Grail, you've left the material world behind. You stopped getting into these relationships that were not true love, that were not ultimately blissful and fulfilling and full of content and full of passion and all of these things. You're leaving all this stuff where it's not in alignment with your higher self, and you're saying, fuck that. I'm going to be doing something different here. Some of you are going to I have to let this go. A lot of you have to release the past if you want true love to come in. That includes the past dealing with your counterpart. If your counterpart betrayed you and backstabbed you and rejected you and abandoned you and said all these things, it includes that person. It includes the divorces that some of you have been through. It includes these abusive relationships that you've been through. It's kind of like you can't let that hold you back. All right? Don't let the past hold you back with the Death card, Aries. It's time to make some major changes. If you want your love life to change, if you want the flow of abundance to change in your life, you've got to change yourself from the inner. It's the inner to the outer. It's not the outer that changes the inner. It's the reverse. So it's now time for you to go out there and make those changes. This healing process is going to involve your ascension. It's going to involve your awakening. You're going to be that cocoon. The caterpillar in the cocoon, and know that you're going to be going through some struggles. Death card, those transitions about moving away from the 3D world to more of the 5D, more of the spiritual, it's challenging. I've been through that. And as I tend to say with the Death card and the metamorphosis, the caterpillar has to go through the struggle of pushing through this very tiny hole in the cocoon so that the fluid from the cocoon can seep into the caterpillar's wings so that it could fly out of there. If not, it dies. The struggle is real. There's purpose in the pain. There's purpose in the struggle. So it's time for you to emerge as that butterfly, but you've got to go through that transformative process, because God is trying to get you to be who you always were. And that's going to really entail you pulling away from your 3D self, and that includes the death of the ego. All right? There's some massive, massive changes happening in your life here, and some of you are kind of like, well, I don't want to deal with that. There's something about releasing the past that's very hard for some of you. You got to heal from that past. And it won't be easy. But what you will gain will be far greater when you have this Ace of Cups in your life. And you find this on your own. Nobody's going to bring this to you. You find this on your own. And you find that through the help of God, other people who've been there, other people who can support you, who may lead the way. There are big things happening here. Really big. And for some of you, it's time to say goodbye to the life you once knew. Let go of the old so the new can come in. God's got bigger plans for you guys. Much bigger plans, to include this incredible love that so many people do not have. Okay. So, King of Cups is behind the Ace of Cups. You may be dealing with a water sign. There's strong water here. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Or that's you. Maybe you have strong water in your chart. So there's somebody here who's been holding in a lot of love for a very long time. They love very deeply. They love very, it's profound. This person is generous and kind. The welfare of others is very important to them. They don't like to see people struggle. They have this big heart. They have a heart of gold. And this individual has been holding out on expressing their love to you. It's so great. There are no words for this person to express. It's like that Extreme song, More Than Words. Words are just words, guys. The feeling is what is important. These feelings are profound. It's like the love that I have for my masculine. I can't explain it. I can say it's profound. I can say it's great, but there are no amount of words. There's not one word in Webster's dictionary that is going to depict how I feel about my person. None. It's about the experience. So this person that you have these strong feelings for has the same for you. But this person had a hard time articulating this. They couldn't pour their heart out to you before. And they just kept it in, they kept it in, kept it in. But it looks like the dam is about to break with this person. The pressure has become too great for this King of Cups because it's like, I can't hold this love in for forever. But it looks like it's coming out. They're going to be pouring their heart out to you. Why? Because they went through a huge transformation. They understand that keeping this love into themselves doesn't do them any good. Suppressing their intuition, suppressing their feminine energy, it raises a distorted masculine energy, and that's what causes anger, bitterness. The ego just goes on overdrive. And that's what leads to all this destruction and chaos. So this masculine here is realizing, I cannot do this. It can even be the opposite, where there's somebody here where it's suppressing their feminine side, their intuition, their all this stuff, their emotions. It leads them further and further into an abyss. Depression, drinking, because this could very well be drinking, like isolating themselves, shielding themselves from the world, and completely dimming their light to the point where the flame's completely out. And this King of Cups is realizing this is not what I want. This is absolutely not what I want for myself or for anybody else. Because this King of Cups has a different love language. I always look at the King of Cups as having a very different love language. This person probably showers people with gifts. They're a gift giver. They probably show their love through creative means. This is a very musical, very artistic individual. Someone who is an excellent counselor. Somebody who expresses their feelings through poetry, art, music, those types of things. They like to use their creativity or some sort of musical ability to have their emotions pour out of them, because they can't say it verbally. Not everybody's going to be able to express words through their mouths, guys. Some of us have to really understand that. The way we love other people won't necessarily be returned back to us in the same way, especially if it's your divine counterpart, okay? So, it looks like this King of Cups is getting ready to, they've made some massive changes. There's a death and rebirth. The death of the ego for this King of Cups is happening, because they're now ready to explode with emotion. They're just it's gonna be an outpouring of emotions, a flooding of emotions, because the dam is broken. And it's time to say goodbye to this energy with holding in the love. Time to say goodbye to that life, suppressing their emotions and not revealing feelings. And not being in tune with their sensitivities. Because this King of Cups has always been ashamed of their sensitivity. Ashamed of their feminine side. Especially if they are a male. Alright? There's big, big changes that this King of Cups is dealing with. I'm hearing they're being reborn. They're emerging like the phoenix rising from the ashes, as cliche as that sounds. But this person had to fall apart to build themselves back up. Top of the deck is Knight of Wands. It's your energy. Aries. This King of Cups is mustering up the courage and confidence to pour their heart out to you. They're on their way, is what I just heard. They could be traveling to you, showing up at your door unexpectedly. Knock, knock. Who's there? This person has overcome a lot of trials and tribulations, and they had a huge lack of confidence in themselves. Because there's a King of Cups here who has a lot of feminine energy, who is male, and they would suppress it because of ridicule. People may have made fun of them because of that. Like they cry at Disney movies, or they cry when they listen to certain solfeggio frequencies, or it's like me, for instance, when I watch certain, if I'm watching an orchestra, somebody playing the violin, I get emotional. What's crazy is that I'm more emotional with symphonic orchestras because I play violin. I was watching a video by Lindsay Sterling, the Oh Holy Night version, and I had to stop it because I was finishing my dinner and I had people around me. Again, I was kind of like, nope, 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 I don't want to do this here. But it was so beautiful because certain harmonies, certain melodies, they tug at my heartstrings. And it's just because it's so beautiful, there's waterworks. Because it's so touching, because usually people who have sensitivities like that, they're so connected to the angelic realm that type of music, I'm hearing, reminds them of being up there, or being surrounded by angels or something, and it leads them to kind of express it. But the beauty of it just causes it. It's not tears of sadness, it's tears of joy. Because of the beauty, because of the frequency of it. So there's a male here who gets like that, kind of like what I do, especially if I'm like watching people play stringed instruments. It's like, ooh. So there's a male here who gets like that. So some people would notice this and they would be made fun of when they would get emotional over things like that, or movies or something. And this is sad because we can't be, you know, making fun of, insulting a masculine who's very in tune with their feminine side, who does that. We need to stop doing that. It's demasculating these males. Some of them are very emotional. I have a client who's like, I have a couple of clients who are like that, who were male. And it's okay for them to cry. It's a human emotion. So there's somebody here who's kind of like, I can't be afraid to feel. I can't be afraid to hold this in, and especially if I'm a male, and not cry in front of people, not get emotional over things that women get emotional over. It's bullshit, guys. We have to stop like calling people like, oh, they're such a baby, or you're such a girl, or something like that. No, 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 no. It needs to stop. Everyone has a feminine side and a masculine side. We have to find that balance. And this person's like, I cannot keep this in anymore. I have to show the world the real me and allow myself to be sensitive, allow myself to cry in front of people. Could be you, if you're female. Some of you don't like to cry either. You don't like to get all, like, feel vulnerable in front of people. That's causing your temper to flare, Aries. When you're suppressing your emotions and you're not doing things of a creative nature, you're lowering your feminine energies, which means your distorted masculine goes through the roof. And I've said this before. That's what leads to those like devil energies, the demonic spirits of anger, resentment, and bitterness, and the flagrant temper, the tyranny, the ruthlessness. The shadow side of this is ruthlessness, okay? Impulsive, having a hot temper. You've got to let that feminine side come out of you, Aries. So somebody here is about to take action. They're about to just go after what their heart wants. Because they want you, Aries. If this is not you, it's your person. They want you, Aries. And the love that they have for you, I mean, when you have these two together, it's deeper than the ocean. And I have a message card that says that. And I will put message cards for your person in the extended. So this person's like, you know what? I'm going to go for it. I'm going to take a risk. Some of them may be literally be traveling to you to tell you how they feel. Because they want to be vulnerable with you now. They want to tell you that. Because it's like, there's no going back when they do this. But they also need to tell themselves, I can't be afraid of expressing how I really feel to someone. Because they were burned before. I feel it strongly. They were burned before. There were all these third-party influences, people telling them this, and that, and, oh, well, you know, somebody screwed you over, so don't even bother, you know, getting married again. Don't bother, just date, just have fun. That way you don't have to deal with that bullshit. No. Because you're keeping yourself from the greatest love you could ever have with somebody. So this King of Cups could literally be coming to see you, traveling to see you unexpectedly, and saying, this is how I really feel. Or they will come to see you and express their emotions in a creative manner. Maybe they'll come up to you playing a guitar or something. There's something here about somebody who they play a lot of music, or I'm seeing somebody playing guitar and they get emotional about it. There's like a child who comes up to them and asks them why they're crying or why they get emotional when they play songs or they watch movies. There's somebody here who tries to let out their feelings by singing and playing music, all right? But I'm getting strong guitars here. So somebody's like, I can't hide that about myself anymore. I gotta be confident in myself. And if I'm a very sensitive, you know, deeply loving person, I have to own up to that. The others of you, this is also like you taking action here. And saying, you know what? I need to be bold and brave and leave the past behind. For some of you, this is literally moving. When I say cutting out of your environment, this is talking about moving. Either some of you have already moved and you left everything behind, or you're being asked to relocate, change careers even. This is big stuff right here. Relocation is a big change. Careers are a big change. I've done all of it. And it's brought me even closer to a state of peace and happiness and bliss here. I'm freeing up the space for even more blessings and miracles and abundance to come in. And that's what God is asking you guys to do too. Four of Swords, healing. Taking it easy. Working on your temper, your impulsiveness, the brashness, the ruthlessness. Either you or somebody you know. So we're going to pull a guidance card, okay? Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Playing Series. Please reveal to us for our highest good. What guidance do we have for Aries? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Mother Mary. Unconditional love is what she gives, right? Some of you may have Mother Mary incarnated in you, or you have a tie to Mother Mary, or you pray to Mary like a statue. So this is number 23. Into the arms of a mothering embrace swells a wisdom full of grace. In thy bosom where she whispers sleeps the eye of winter. And winter is coming. Poinsettia, number 27. Cast a shadow, scream silence at them, dear witch. What lurks inside transforms into the most beautiful of beauty. Nobody's gotten that poinsettia card before, and it's funny because I told myself that earlier today, and I was wondering if it was ever going to come out during the time I'm using this deck. So, Mother Mary is mother, nurturing energy, and wisdom. This is also nurturing your feminine side, right? Being in tune with that. Mother Mary is known as the seat of wisdom, and when she appears in your spread, she guides you to seek wisdom in the divine powers that be. The universe, God, Spirit, the all-powerful creator, your spirit guides. What you name this power doesn't matter. What is important is that you know you can call on this force anytime you are in need. The universe will lift your spirits, comfort you in hard times, and guide you on your path when you are lost. Just like a loving mother will always be there for you in your time of need. Additionally, there's the comma here. This card reminds you that we all have feminine energy. This energy is nurturing, peaceful, and moves mountains with a soft and gentle touch. Your situation requires you to trust that all will be well. You cannot move forward with force. To do so will only destroy the magic that is already making its way to you. This is especially true if you are feeling overwhelmed or burned out. Be still and let the universe, like God, support you. 27. This is about beauty in darkness, transformation, and shadow work. Doing some shadow work and get in tune with your feminine side, Aries. Often mistaken as flowers, poinsettias are shrubs native to Mexico. I did not know that. I feel enlightened. Despite growing all year long, you will be hard-pressed to find one much past New Year's Day. They have become a symbol of beauty during the cold wintry months. The bright red leaves against an equally brilliant backdrop of green make them an easy choice to weave into Yule decor. But the vibrant crimson you are seeing during Christmas is not their natural color. Poinsettias must remain in complete darkness for at least 12 hours a day over 5 days, a process called photoperiodism. There is an important lesson here. Poinsettias show us the way to finding beauty in dark spaces. You have pulled poinsettia because your hardships, mistakes, and shortcomings are your beauty in the darkness. You may feel called to hide them for a time where they will slowly morph into something new. When they are finally free to come to light, you will find your mistakes are stunning representations of your strength and determination to succeed, despite your past. But these parts of you cannot come to light without your help. They must be recovered if they are ever to be admired in the light. This process is called shadow work, and when you are brave enough to enter the darkness, you will return wholly transformed. You are being guided to seek out your hidden parts. You may think others will judge you for things you've done. That is a natural feeling to have, but know this. Those parts have made you who you are. They give you character where others are hollow, and they've taught you lessons that have contributed to your growth. There is still so much to learn from these parts. Wow, guys. Death, shadow work, the purging. Scorpio is going into the deep, dark center of yourself. It's casting out the demons. It's digging deep within you to face your fears and your demons and transmute the dark into light. The parts that you cannot come to light, but these parts of you cannot come to light without your help. They must be recovered if they are to be admired in the light. That is powerful shit right there. Wow. All right, Aries. I'm going to move to the extended. For those of you who are coming with me, I will be there in a few minutes. For those who are not, I'm going to leave you with some bonus tips. In the extended, we're going to go over what's blocking you, what's coming next, how your person is feeling about you, and we're going to get actual messages from your person with my self-made message cards. Look at the stars. I was actually doing that today. as I was walking with my mom. Go stargazing. Maybe you like to go stargazing. You have a telescope. You like to look at the different constellations and things. Look at the moon. Okay? Go out there and stargaze. What I'm hearing is that you're going to get a huge message if you do this. This is going to be part of being in tune with your feminine side, being patient and complacent in a positive sense, but you just resting and just admiring the stars. Now, what's funny is that I'm hearing that some people think that looking at the stars or being into astrology or astronomy is a feminine thing. That is bullshit. Okay? Get out of that. Drink water. Some of you are not drinking enough water. There's something about you're not getting your water intake on a daily basis, so you need to drink more water. There's something about flushing out toxins I'm hearing. Get a mani-pedi, or at least a manicure. Now, if you're a guy, you can get a manicure, okay? I know quite a few men who get manicures. My own father is an Aries Sun Scorpio Moon. He got a pedicure yesterday, okay? He's the most masculine macho male that I know. I love my dad dearly, but he is. And when I saw that, I was blown away. So if my father can get that done, and I think he's had a manicure too, but not painting the nails, he won't go that far. If you're a male and you want to paint your nails, by all means, go do it, okay? The others of you, if you're female, go treat yourself to this. I actually did this. I had to redo my nails the other day. I did that on my own. It's been a while since I've done my nails, and I'm hearing this song, It's Been a While by Stade, so that might be synchronistic for you. So go get your nails done. Go, it's self-care, okay? There's something with health here, Aries. Eat more healthy foods. Eat organic foods. Some of you are eating, too much fast food, or you're not cooking for yourself or something like that, or you're ordering out all the time and you're not trying to get something. I'm hearing like you don't like salads or something, or you don't really eat fruit. Maybe some of you literally need to eat more fruit, okay? Or eating an apple a day. What is it called? An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Thank you. Dance to music. See, this is all feminine. Mainly looked at as feminine stuff, Aries. When I talked about music, thank you, Holy Spirit. See? Confirmation. Some of you need to do something creative. I talked about music here. Play music, sing music, dance music. That's going to be important. That revs up your energy. It raises your vibration. Let me tell you, like, if I do a reading, or I'm going to do a live, sometimes I'll dance and I'll sing before it. Holy cow, that does something crazy to me, where like my channeling goes through the roof usually. And it's, it helps to release toxins too. It helps to release all this pent up energy. Let loose, okay? Just go with the flow here. Dance your heart out. Watch how you're going to feel afterwards when you do this. The last one is tidy up. Leo got the same one. Tidy up, guys. Take 10 minutes. There's like all this mess around you. You've got laundry everywhere. You got things all over the place. The dishes aren't done, whatever it is. After you watch this video, or you can listen to the extended while you're tidying up. You can kill two birds with one stone. Pick up, because some of you, you're accumulating things and you're getting overwhelmed because there's too much to clean. If you see a little bit of a mess or whatever, like this is what I had to do. Okay? If you knew what stuff, I was so busy in my life when I first became a single mom, and the 9-to-5 job that I had, usually it wasn't 9 to 5. Everything else that I was doing, I would have laundry piled up to here. It would come out of my laundry basket, or when I did laundry, I had so much that it would pile at the side of my bed, and it was just overwhelming. And all these things I had to do accumulated. Now I know, it's like I'm looking at my clothes on my bed because I had to move a suitcase out of this closet for my grandparents when they were here. And I have some things on the bed that I gotta put away. If I don't put away, I'm gonna put more stuff on top of the bed, whatever. You get what I'm saying. Go tidy up for 10 minutes, all right? And try to get into a practice of doing that, Aries, because it's gonna help you, especially if you've got things all over the place. And maybe some of you are happy having people come over for the holidays and you're stressing out because your house is a mess. All right? Start getting to the habit. Make some profound changes with take 10 minutes out of your day or whenever you need to go clean one area of your house. Okay? That's going to help you. All right, guys. So I'm going to head on to the extended. So for those of you who are not joining me there, I'm going to leave you here. Thank you so very much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today. Always send you so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess with Capella Wellness, starring out.